7 o'clock. This is the regular board meeting of the supervisor and the board of trustees of the Township of Orland for August 18, 2025. We'll call the meeting to order. All rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Please call the roll.
Supervisor O'Grady.
Present.
Trustee Duffy.
Here.
Trustee Mataria.
Present.
Trustee Soltis.
Present.
Trustee Williams.
Here.
Number 4, clerk's report.
Could I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from July 21, 2025?
So moved.
Properly motion by trustee Duffy. Second.
Second.
Second by trustee Soltis. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy.
Yes.
Trustee Mataria.
Yes.
Trustee Soltis.
Yes.
Trustee Williams.
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady.
Yes.
And another motion to approve the closed session minutes from July 21, 2025?
So moved.
Properly motion by trustee Duffy. Second.
Second.
Second by trustee Soltis. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy.
Yes.
Trustee Mataria.
Yes.
Trustee Soltis.
Yes.
Trustee Williams.
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady.
Yes. Number 5, public comment. We have a couple comments tonight. Wolfgang, yes, sir. If you could step over to the microphone over here. And if you could just spell your last name and you state your first name just for the record and whether you're a township resident. So
Yes, I am. I'm a township resident, and my name is Wolfgang Thiel, Thiel.
Thank you. You have 3 minutes. The floor is yours.
Okay, I just wanted to say I am very much against the move. I approached during open Taste of Orland Mr. Duffy, and he told me that the reason that he was for it is because of all the injuries that had occurred because of the DMV. So I hadn't heard of it. So I filed a report, for Freedom of Information Act, and asked for the last year if there were any issues with anybody getting hurt there. The answer came back, there were none. So my question was, since obviously you were, misinformed or something, would you be interested in changing your vote? Seriously, the people I talk to in Orland, where I live, and I'm on the board of an HMO also, so they really like them here. Okay, they like that DMV here. I do too. For older people, it's very convenient, especially the way it is right now. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I have the document. I was going to drop it off. Apparently left it in the rain in the car. I can provide that if you need it for your record, which is a printout that shows there were 0 instances. And your statement was, what about the people that got hurt? And I thought, they're not even driving. I could see if they're driving, and we're doing driving testing, and there's accidents, but they're none. So that was pretty much.
Thank you, Mr. Thiel. And if you could maybe tomorrow or next time you're around, drop off that information to Lindsay Trost. She's sitting right there at that table. That I'm not going to make you run back outside and get it. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on. Rich Kelly. Okay. All right. Rich Kelly. Here.
Name is Rich Kelly. I'm assessor for Orland Township. It's spelled K-E-L-L-Y. There seems to be a lot of misinformation circulating regarding the assessor's office budget. I will try to give you a complete picture of the events that have developed up to now. June 12, 2025, special board meeting. I was given the 25-26 board proposal. The assessor's office total budget was $199,880, which was the same as last year. June 16th, 25, finance meeting. The board voted on the assessor's budget and passed three yes, 2 no, but wait, This is not the budget I was given at the special board meeting on June 12, 2025. The assessor's budget they were voting on had been reduced $49,880. When did this happen? Was there a meeting between June 12th, 25 and June 16th, 25? I was not aware of any meeting between these two dates, and it was not posted on the township website. I did not explain why I required the amount requested, because I did not know the amount was reduced. I thought we had all agreed on the budget submitted on June 12th, 25. 2023-24 budget compared to 2024-25 budget. Please see the attached comparison of 23-24 budget to the 24-25 budget. There was a small increase in employee salary of 3% for cost of living, which was provided township-wide. The Blue Cross Blue Shield increase of $35,808 is where almost all of my budget increases comes from. There was retirement changes in staffing, which meant different insurance selections. The administrator's office allocated insurance expenses to my budget. My calculations of the 25-26 Blue Cross Blue Shield should be in around $9,000 lower than what was charged to my budget. I'm requesting an outside audit of line item 514403 for year 24-25 and 25-26. New budget hearing. I am requesting that the board hold another budget hearing and increase the assessor's budget to the same as the 24-25 budget. This will give me the opportunity to present my budget and answer any questions the board may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Mike Klotz, come to the microphone. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Paul. Is the clock on?
Of course.
I just want to address the comments from the assessor's office again. The shenanigans on this has to stop. Commend the board on doing your job. You guys, when you ran, you guys said that you were going to cut wasteful spending, and you guys have done a great job so far, so thank you for that as an Orland Township resident. He doesn't have anything to stand on in regards to the assessor office, in my opinion. I've been doing tax appeals for well over 20 years. The assessor's office is basically, in my opinion, a paper-pushing patronage jobs. That's all they are. They can't tell the Cook County assessor to lower their taxes. All they do is they take your paper that you could do yourself. The Orland Township, Village of Orland Park, and the Village of Tinley Park just had a tax appeal seminar at the convention center where all the governments aligned together to have this seminar. And we had, the whole room at the convention center was filled. They fill out the paperwork, they turn it in. The board of review supersedes the assessor's office. So anything that they say doesn't mean anything, because it doesn't mean your taxes are going to get lower. They just put your information on a piece of paper and they filter it up to Fritz Kagi. So you're basically paying for people to just push paper. That's all it is. And if the next guy coming in can't do the job, that's his problem. Why isn't he here fighting instead of Rich being his spokesperson? That's been the common theme with Rubino, is everyone else has to speak on his behalf. He can't speak on his own. You guys are doing a great job, and I applaud you for that. As far as also brought to my attention that I didn't know that Rich Kelly, I looked through the budget, has a line item to start hiring attorneys. I don't think there's a line item to hire your own attorneys to send nasty threatening letters to commissioners that aren't even true. If you check the case law, certain parts of those case law he stated, he left out the end of the case law. where it states opposite of what he's stating. So commend you guys for holding strong and representing the township. Thank you to Trustee Soltis, Duffy, Clerk Olson, Supervisor O'Grady, Trustee Frank Williams. I know that Lena was against it, but thank you guys for holding strong and not being threatened or bullied by the old school tactics. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments before we move on? Okay, thank you, everyone. We're going to move on. Commander Evans, good to see you again, sir. It's the Cook County Sheriff's Police Hire Back Program, which if you could step to the microphone for us, please. It's recording, and so it just helps us. I appreciate that, Commander. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. This is our report for the 2025 Summer Patrol Hireback Program for July. Out of the 22 days requested, we worked 22 actual days. This occurs Wednesday through Sunday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Officers initiated 1,153 miles driven. Coded case reports were 330. Premise checks conducted were 165. Citations, tickets, and warnings. There were 2 accident citations written. There was 1 other moving violation and 1 warning citation. Out of case reports, there were 3. There was special attention notice written, traffic accident report, and offense incident report. Other work that was done were assist to other agencies when the township car is working, even though they might assist our beat car, which is beat 46, it's considered assist other agency. Had 2 of those. 1 was for an unwanted subject, and another was for domestic trouble. We also assisted Orland Park Police Department on 151st Street and 80th Avenue on a traffic accident. That completes my report for the July 25 statistics.
Thank you, Commander. Any questions from the board for Commander Evans? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Be safe out there.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on. Number 7, Supervisor's Report. Just a real quick update, not a lot here, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm very, very much in tune with the repo lot that's been proposed over on about 170th and Wolf Road. As you know, I've had the petition online. We've been down to the Zoning Board of Appeals, and I have the agenda that's coming up for September 3rd, and it's not on there, but that doesn't mean they can't add it. So I'm monitoring that daily. So we see if it gets added. They do have a requirement to provide some documentation 21 days in advance, so I don't think it's going to get on, but that doesn't mean we're going to fall asleep at the wheel. I'm very much monitoring that, so just everybody knows I'm on top of that. Additionally, as reported, we did a FOIA. I did a FOIA too. I got one too. I did a FOIA on for Crestwood on their repo lot over in Crestwood, and you know, these are not reports, these are just calls, and you can see there's a lot of calls at that repo lot over there. Now, Lyons Township, not as many calls, but Crestwood, lots of calls. And as you might imagine, they're what we wanted. What we thought and what we've been saying in our discussions: unwanted subjects, suspicious auto, stolen auto, customer management dispute, recovered stolen vehicle theft, motor vehicle theft, unwanted subject, suspicious auto, unwanted subject, customer management dispute, and it goes on and on and on. I haven't had a chance to fully digest it, but I will be prepared by the time we go to the hearing. And I would just say that, the way, just a quick glance, the police are at this lot at least 3 to 4 times a week, and sometimes more than that, but at least 3 or 4 times a week. So, I think, what we've heard from the people that own Asset Biz and about what's going to be taking place out there, and that there's only going to be a couple tow trucks a couple times a day, and these are high-end vehicles, and there's going to be no problems. The more we dig into this, the more we peel back the onion. Now we're getting the facts that this is not true. What we believe and what our worst fears are being solidified here and well-founded and sustained, that there are problems around this lot. It's going to bring problems to our area. And that location right there by the grasslands, those McDonald homes by Brookside, that's just not a good spot for this business. If they want to put it in an industrial park or somewhere else, that so be it. But right there on Wolf Road, right there, it's just not a suitable spot for many reasons that we've covered already. So I'm not going to beat the dead horse right now. I'm on it. I'm working on it. I'm looking into it. More to come. I'm watching it from when they try to stick it on the agenda when we're not looking, but we're going to keep paying attention to this one. So that's the end of my report. Just want to let everybody know I'm on top of that. Okay, moving on to Trustee Solstice.
Thank you, Mr. O'Grady. I'd like to report the health services report. We had a health clinic on July 27th. We had almost 100 people attend the clinic. We had podiatry screening, wellness program vouchers were sold, 42 were sold, and also hearing tests to 3 attendees. We also have classes that are upcoming. We have the Tai Chi, August 4th, 29th, and obviously in October, Hip Hop, August 4th and September 29th. Zumba, August 13th and October 8th. Zumba Go, August 15th, October 10th. Strong and Fit, August 19th, October 7th. Yoga, August 20th, October 8th. And Boys Only Hip Hop, October 14th and November 4th. Upcoming events, we have immunization clinic, August 26th and September 30th. Podiatry, August 22 and September 19th. Hearing, September 3rd and September 16th. Flu clinics, starting mid-September. Food for Life, October 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd. And finally, Lifeline screening, November 5th.
Thank you, Trustee. Anything further?
No.
All that information's in our focus too, right, Lindsay? So in case you didn't get a chance to jot all that down, there's a lot going on in the Health Services Department, as you can see. So great job, Ken. We'll move on. Trustee Williams.
No report, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Duffy.
Thank you. I'd like to begin by commending the department heads at the township here for their monthly reports. There was a significant improvement in the thoroughness of what they submitted to the board, and this information is exactly what the board needs in order to do our jobs better, so it's much appreciated. Next, Lindsay is getting a quote from contractor to remove the bushes and possibly a tree in front of the building. It's been a pet peeve of mine for the last 2 months. You can't see the sign out front, and I think that's not a good thing. On September 18th, we've got our first CERT class training. The CERT class will begin at 6 o'clock, and it'll go on for 8 weeks. And there's a lot of information about that on our website, on our Facebook page, in the Focus magazine, and so on. So if you want any more information, there it is. But I appreciate everybody that signed up. We've got about 16 students so far. 4 of them are alumni, so it's going to be a really good class. Probably the best one ever for the first time around, I would think. I don't want to sound like anybody else we know, but anyways, in addition to that, I have an update on the DMV. There was a company 5 years ago by the name of Avalon that worked significantly with the Secretary of State's office for a new location when they moved out of the village of Orland Park. They found them a really good location over on the corner of 179th and Wolf Road, and that deal fell through when they decided to move here into the township. So I've had a lot of calls with that organization, with the 2 owners, Nicholas Santucci, as well as his brother Joseph, and they have prime locations that are available for the DMV at good rates, good sizes, good locations here in Orland Park, and if not in Orland Park, they have it in other locations as well. They have reached out to the Secretary of State's office as well as myself. There's been no return calls, so I assume they have this under control. And just some comments about what was brought up earlier. The information that I have is from a Freedom of Information request that came from the Village of Orland Park regarding 911 calls over the last 12 months. That is available to you if you'd like to see it. What you said is 100% inaccurate from the information that I have. All right, the next one is the Senior Services Group. They did an outstanding job over at the Motown Dinner Dance at Chateau. last week. It was a really good time. It was packed. I was very impressed. I've never been to an event like that for the township, and I can't believe how well it was run and organized and how smoothly it all went. Lastly, we filled a position that we've been dying to fill for quite a while with the assistant administrator. That job's been done, and I'm looking forward to working with her and getting the finance committee going, and I'm hoping by next month we can have our first finance committee meeting. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Duffy. Trustee Matarea.
Yeah, my report will be brief for the Youth and Family Services. I've been in touch with the counselor, and she made sure that our report has more details to it to better explain what they offer here. In July, they had 22 therapeutic sessions for ages from 7 to 75. The Back to School program, the Orland Township Youth and Family Department had a table set up there to ensure that people knew that counseling services are available here at the township. And in municipal court, she was able to retain 35 referrals from that event, and she's currently working with the Heart of Counseling and Wellness to bring an event here called Scene, which is a night of reflection, restoration, and real talk, and more details are to come within the next month. That would be October 28th from 6 to 7:30. And we also are so excited that our first community game night is going to be launching. It'll be the third Wednesday of every month, and everyone is welcome. So if you have some friends, family, anyone, you just by yourself, we welcome you to come have food with us, play games, and just hang out. It'll be like big family community event, and it'll be here at the township. This area will be more of a quiet area for people who do get overwhelmed from too much noise, and then the activity room we use for majority of the board games. So we welcome you all, and that's this Wednesday, October 20th. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. Okay, moving on. Any unfinished business to bring before the board? Hearing none, I'm going to move on to new business. New business A, a motion to approve resolution 0108-1825, authorizing and approving standard operating guidelines for Orland Township's Community Emergency Response Team CERT program.
Move that we approve.
Motion, motion, well, yes, we have a motion.
So
Motion to
moved.
approve by Trustee Williams, second.
I motion on second.
All right, I didn't hear that, sorry. It must have been the...
Microphone's not real good.
All right, so I do have some discussion on this unless somebody else does first, but I'll go. I'm all for this program. I think it's a wonderful program, and I hope it's very successful. However, there's a flaw in the paperwork. And the flaw is it doesn't designate the township coordinator. And it's in the program, if you call for it in your paperwork, and it's even in your diagram. It's the township, then the coordinator, then the people, and then the supervisor, then the people. So it's in your flow chart. But there's nobody designated here at the township to be the coordinator. And that's what I need answered.
Well,
So,
that would be me, Mr. Chairman.
sir, you cannot be, your duties are restricted to legislative duties only. And that's, Luann, if you want to, you cannot be in charge of a program. You're a
Our
trustee.
attorney wrote this, so you might want to ask her.
I just am asking her.
I can't address that right now,
Okay.
unfortunately. Here's a suggestion that maybe we table this for a vote, maybe have a special meeting, if there's one already scheduled, because I know we had talked about special meeting.
Well, no, we're not doing the special meeting because we have the closed session tonight. Well, the question is, as a trustee, can you run a program? And the answer is, and I will defer to the lawyers, Ken, but our job up here is legislative. We cannot be in charge of departments. We pass policy, we spend money, we vote, we approve, we implement things, but we don't run things. We just don't. That has to be done by a department head. That's what they get paid to do. And so I'm fine with the CERT program. I'm fine to support it, and I'm supportive of it. I think it's a wonderful idea, but as a trustee, you cannot be in charge of it. You can be in charge of the committee or whatever, and oversight. I have no problem with that either. But we just need a designated person to be in the government that is in charge of the program. And that's just the law. And so, you know, I guess I'm okay, I guess, if you're in agreement with that, Ken, I'm okay voting to support it with the idea that we're gonna pick somebody up here, somebody besides Lindsay, because she's got enough on her plate. We have to designate somebody up here to be in charge of it. And that's just how the government works. We're not department heads. We are the board. We are legislators. We pass policy, we pass budgets, we pass ordinances, we spend money, and that's what we do. And that's what our roles are limited to.
Well, in fact, I can speak to that.
Sure.
We've been talking about this program for a couple months now, and since day one, I said I was going to be the program coordinator. Nobody had a problem with it. Nobody challenged it. Our attorneys haven't challenged it. All the documentations that are in our packet tonight, there's 3 separate documentations. They were all written by our attorneys. So again, it's whatever they say. If they say I can't be the coordinator, then I'm fine with that. We'll find somebody else. But until they say it, I think I'm the coordinator. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, none of the paperwork that you submitted has you designated as the coordinator. Let's be clear about that.
I can't help that. I didn't write it.
I know,
Sorry.
well, I'm just saying that when I looked at it, I read it, I know you were talking about it. I assumed at some point you were going to get around to naming somebody. But over the weekend, I looked at it, I delved it, I reviewed it again today, just to make sure. And I thought maybe at the end you would tidy it all up and get somebody and put somebody in charge. But I mean, then I'm going to make a motion to table this, a superseding motion to table this to the next board meeting until we can get an opinion from our lawyers as to whether you can be the coordinator or not. Do I have a second to my motion to table? Okay, that fails. We'll go back to the motion to approve. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes, as long as there's somebody up here designated to be the coordinator. Okay, we'll move on. Motion passes. B, a motion to approve contract with Suncom for live streaming regular board meetings.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to strike this from this evening's agenda. There's been additional options that Suncom has made us aware of, so we don't have a complete contract yet.
So you want to do a motion to table this to the next meeting?
Yes, thank you.
All right, and do we have a second on that?
Second.
Second.
Okay, second by Trustee Duffy. We are going to table this for more paperwork. Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. C, a motion to request a meeting with the government consulting group regarding services provided.
Mr. Supervisor, we've been discussing about a $150,000 bond for a few months now. I don't know what the status is of that bond. We've been paying this consulting group $2,000 a month. We just need justification of what the status is with that bond.
Sure, so you want to have a meeting with them, and this is a motion?
Yes, we
Is
do.
that a motion to approve the meeting?
That's a motion to approve the meeting.
Trustee Soltis, do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Thank you, Trustee Williams. And just so we're clear, Ken, I know what you're saying, but just so the record's clear, it's not a bond, it's a grant, right? So a bond is something completely
That's fine.
different. You know, so what we're talking about is grant money, and our liaison got us through IDECO, the Illinois Department of Economic Opportunity and Commerce, and they want a meeting with them. So I'm fine with supporting that. Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. Okay, D, a motion to discuss travel expenses and reimbursements for elected officials. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion to discuss. Trustee Williams, second.
Second.
Trustee Soltis? Okay. Who wants to start the discussion? Trustee Williams?
Yeah, we have, the Township of Illinois has its annual meeting in Springfield coming up soon, and the question arose regarding the $195 expense to participate, and then, of course, whatever transportation expenses might be involved. And the question arose in my mind is, if we go, are those funds reimbursable to us?
Lindsay?
According to the handbook, yes.
Yeah, these are pretty standard things, right? I mean, on expense reports, and so I have no objection to this. And so if you want to bring this back as a policy for the next board meeting, I'm supportive of it. We should have clear guidance for everybody. The IRS reimbursable mileage is the IRS reimbursable mileage. The fees are the fees, whatever per diem is for lunch or whatever. I'm sure we can come up with something that's, you don't have to be at the dollar cheeseburger stand, but it's just something to eat and some gas, and the IRS mileage speaks for itself. I mean, and I know others have done it up here in the past. I assumed we had a policy on it. In all my years up here, I've gone to Springfield many. I just never reimbursed myself. I just paid for it out of my pocket. So that's just the way I've done it over the years. I've never put in a chit for anything or asked for anything. If I went to some meeting, I paid for my parking. I did whatever. But I know I have no problem with others doing it. I guess that's fine. I have no objection. So, I mean, if you guys want to, I'm sure Lindsay look around and grab a policy. Some other town out there probably has a policy on it. This shouldn't be that hard to throw together. So, yeah. Why do you want to bring it back at the next board meeting, the policy, and we can approve it?
Yes,
okay?
please.
All right.
Or Lindsay, I'm sorry.
Any other discussion from anybody else up there?
No.
All right. So let's do that. So let's have a motion. Let's call a roll to approve the writing of a policy to bring back at the next board meeting. That we have a first and a second, so let's call it roll.
Okay, Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
And Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. This is a motion to solicit a request for proposal for architectural firms for a feasibility study and programming study to evaluate the entire space requirements and adjacencies. I believe that it should be of the township building. So do I have a motion?
Motion.
Properly motion by Trustee Soltis. Second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Duffy. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. Motion to approve, this is F, a motion to approve the bill payments as presented in the report dated August 18, 2025 with the following funds: $127,893.87 from the town fund, $39,391.08 from the road and bridge fund, and $23,146.64 from the GA fund as presented. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have some questions. Does that come after the motion or before?
Yeah, we have to have a motion to approve, and then you can have discussion.
I move we approve.
Motion to approve, second.
Second.
Trustee Williams. Floor is yours, Trustee Duffy.
I just have some questions, and they're not accusations, they're just questions because I'm new on the board. That's pretty much all it is. Some of these questions will go away when we start having our finance committee meetings. They'll get answered there. July 23rd, there's an expense for Johnson Controls for a security system for $1,224. I was wondering if that was a monthly fee or if that's covering monitoring services or repairs or just exactly what that's for. Does anybody know?
Well, you got to direct those to Lindsay. She runs the government.
Bi or quarterly.
Pardon me?
It's either bi-monthly or every 3 months. It's not
Okay.
every single month.
Okay.
But yeah, that's every water system.
All right, the next one is July 30th, Publicity. It's a contractor of ours. Typically, they're paid $5,000 a month, but this month they billed us $10,000. $5,000 of it was listed as in office April through July. This is a new item that we've never seen before. We weren't even in office in April. So I'm wondering just exactly what this is about, who approved it. It's not in their contract. Anybody know? You said it was for being in the office, so I said.
Yeah.
But that's not in her contract to get extra money for being in the office. So I'm wondering why she's billing us for that and why she hasn't billed us for that since March, if she ever billed us for it.
There was a previous bill, I don't know if I have
Okay.
that was for.
So I would like that item stricken from the bill payment that we approved for tonight, pending further discussion by the board. Next, July 30th, Daily Southtown, a 26-week subscription. We have subscriptions to lots of newspapers. That one's kind of expensive. Just thought I'd bring it to everybody's attention in case they didn't notice it on the bills. August 4th, Storage Mart, $697.96. I assume this is for storing documents?
Larger items, document boxes, and for so long, other additional coolers, extra chairs, whatever larger items we don't space for here.
Okay. August 5th, I don't want to sound petty, but Amazon Prime is something that I'm used to for residents and individuals rather than government bodies. Why do we need a subscription for $129 for that?
It's for annual service for tax refunds and there's other discounts for purchases throughout everything.
Okay. So I'm used to Amazon Prime being for free shipping on orders under $35, television channel, that kind of stuff. It's not for that. No. Okay? All right. Like I said, I'm a newbie. August 11th, well, we'll scratch that one since we talked about that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question relative to the publicity issue. As I understand it, that second $5,000 charge represents $1,250 4 times. Am I understanding correct?
I'm not in a position, but yes.
Okay. I guess I'm still unclear on when that was approved above and beyond the negotiated contract that we have with them.
This would have been probably back in February. We had an employee out on medical leave and she was getting in for assistance. So meeting with staff, other department heads, and working together on getting information out. We just kind of stuck with it.
Okay, so this will not be a repeat charge?
So what happened was that, she comes in the office once a month, or once a week. So instead of, she waits till it's a few months in and then just one larger additional check versus a constant weekly additional invoice.
Okay. And the necessity for her being in the office at all?
It's, it depends on what other department heads are requesting out of her or additional support and that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. I still keep coming back to where the approval came in the process for the $1,250 a month. Is this a charge that somebody can just agree to accept without board approval?
I think it might have been approved by the prior board, but I'll go back and look at the meeting minutes. I mean, the young lady went out on FMLA, is my recollection.
Okay.
And then somebody needed to fill in, and she stepped up to the plate. Since we had a contract in place, we were like, well, let's just let her fill in the gap while we had it, and then I didn't, that's what I remember about it, Frank.
Okay.
We all knew it was going on before we got here.
Okay. Now, I go back then to my question, which I'm.
To answer your question, there was no additional motion of anything to approve that.
Right, and so I guess what I'm looking for is an assurance that this is not a regular thing. I mean,
You'll let her
does,
know?
It's been, but we can stop it at this point where it's, so there's no longer additional invoice.
okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, anything else on the bills? So, okay, let's get back at it. So, I assume I need a new motion now since we're changing the amount, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna reduce the town fund. Let me get my handy dandy phone out here and do some math. So it's 127, 893.87 minus 5. Okay, so this is going to be a motion, a superseding motion to approve payment as the bills as presented to the report dated August 18, 2025 with the following funds. $122,893 and $87,000 from the town fund, $39,391.08 from the road and bridge fund, and $23,146 and 64 cents from the general assistance fund. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
First by trustee Duffy, second by trustee Williams. Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. Thank you. Now, number 10 is for closed session. We're a motion to enter closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Open Meetings Act. Section 2C1, to discuss appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employees. However, a meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of a public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with this action. B, Section 2C2, to engage in deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more employees. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Properly motion by trustee Williams, second. Second. Second by trustee Duffy. Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. So everybody that came to the meeting, what that means now is we're going to have a discussion here about employees at the township, and that is going to be just the board members and our attorneys as well. Then after that discussion, we're going to come back out in an open meeting, and then we're going to have a discussion about any outcomes of that discussion, and then we're going to adjourn the meeting. So that's what's going to happen for the rest of the night, but for now, you're going to have to, if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay, but you just can't stay in this room, and then we'll be done. We'll come back in if you want after we're done having the discussion. So that's what's going to happen now. Thank you. Record reflect, it's 8:34. We're back in open session. We're just coming out of closed session. We have an agenda item. Was a 11 item 10B. After our closed session discussion, there is no action to take in open session, so there will be no action on 10B. With that said, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Second by properly motion by trustee Williams, second by trustee Duffy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned.